Right, well, what a ridiculous game of cricket that was.
It was good. Good to big finish at the end. Good to get the win and 2 from 2, the lads. So building some nice momentum going into what is day on, day off cricket really for us coming up, which is exciting.
Yeah, I mean, this one just toed and froed. I mean, 1 minute Durham are in the box seat, the next Leicestershire are. Scott Steele gets 53, then they collapse. Durham get off to a good start, then you lose 5 wickets for 20 runs. I think the over where you got the 6 towards the end, I look back through the scorecard and there hadn't been a boundary for 5 overs. And that was around about the time you and Ned were having a chat in the middle. I'd love to know what was said at that point in time, because it seemed to make the difference.
Yeah, around then we were we had a bit of a conflab and sort of had a bit of a chat on like what reckon we can get. And Ned thought if we were somewhere around needing sort of 15s off the last 2 overs, we've got half a chance with me hitting the last over to the short side and then Ned the over before that to the short side and the obviously downhill. So we thought somewhere around there would be somewhere close, and we were a little bit ahead of that, I think. So we're in a good position by then. Just really run them hard. The outfield was quite dry and there was quite a few fumbles, which obviously helped us out just because the spin baked and it's just sort of up and down bounces quite fast off the. It happens quite quickly. You saw a lot of the shots ran away to the boundary quite fast today. Yeah,
there was one wasn't there, where you got five extras really, 5 overthrows and from 2 misfields, and then there were a few others. I mean, there must have been 12, 14 runs from misfields from a Durham point of view today, which benefited you.
Yeah, if you say so. I wasn't really counting how many were there. All I was really looking at was the sort of runs to win, and then the run rate, trying to make sure that didn't go out of control too early was was all we were really focusing on.
Final over, well, it was the penultimate over, but it ended up being the final over. 23 needed to win. Unbelievable what happened there. I mean, Durham's match management sort of went a bit wonky midway through their innings, but then talking of match management, you just wouldn't expect a bowler at the late stage of a game like that to end up being taken off with 2 beamers. And I think 5 balls into that over, they'd gone for 18 runs.
Yeah, once again, I'll have to take your word for it. We saw that the other night there was someone got took off as well from 2 beams. It's quite a high pressurized environment trying to produce your skill, and even the best can get it wrong.
Yeah. And then Ned on strike to hit a 6 to get him to 50, and you finished with 30 as well. An interesting partnership of I think 67 in the end from the 2 of you, and just saw Durham home with an over to spare.
Yeah, well, yeah, Ned was going nicely and sort of held the innings together really, and got to sort of the back end. He was probably around that 120 strike rate, and he probably finished at about 140, which really sort of that last, just like you said, the 19th over from this end as I look at it now was the one that got us there, and Ned was the main scorer in there.
As a team, you must have gone through all the emotions this afternoon. It looked lost at one point, then it looked winnable, then it looked lost again, and then dragged it from the fire really at the end.
Yeah. Going back to our bowling innings, Matthew Potts from up the hill, that 3 wickets in an over, I think he went. I'd have to have a look, but 2 or 3, something like that. That really pegged them back, and then Rainey finished off the top end excellently as well, and we were close to bowling them out in the end, where it looked like we might not even get them 6 down, sort of halfway through the innings.
Yeah. So this was the one that didn't get away in the end, and done with an over to spare. So it'll be a happy trip home tonight.
It will be. It will be a happy trip home. The lads will be fizzed and just sung our team song there, and it was such good energy, and sort of excited to get going again on whatever. It'll be Tuesday, won't it? Sunday today, Tuesday, tomorrow, maybe train or day off, and then we go against Notts at home.